He says that the person who has bitachon, he has to realize that it's not just bitachon and how he acts. It's having bitachon and how you feel as well. A lot of people can say, Rabbi, I believe it's the right thing to do, you're right, I should go to learn before I go to work, I have to have faith that Hashem will provide for me, I shouldn't overachieve and do too much, do too much effort. I have to realize that I have to have faith. He says, but you should know the main and the bigger part of faith is in your heart as well. A lot of people say they have faith and they act accordingly, but in their neshama, in their heart, they're still full of anxiety. They're very stressed out. They're always thinking, what if, maybe, I don't know, what's going to be. They're tossing and turning at night. He says to really say your bitachon is where your neshama and your heart is also relaxed. Not where you're just running around all day and you're not running around all day, you're not thinking of do extra effort. Oh, that's called having bitachon. No, having bitachon really is also in your heart. He says, he says a person who has real bitachon, he has in his heart the feeling, I only want to do and go where Hashem wants me to go. I realize Hashem is the one guiding my life, and if He put me here, that's the best thing for me. You should know every time something happens to you, you should know that's what Hashem wanted. What's the proof? Because that's what happened. If Hashem didn't want it to happen, it wasn't going to happen. If it happened, it means that's what Hashem wanted. I should want something else that Hashem doesn't want. God forbid, Hashem knows the best. Hashem wants me to be more successful than I want to be successful. Hashem knows exactly way better than me what I need in my life. So therefore, if Hashem decided this for me, I have to be calm with it. I have to come to terms with it, and I have to appreciate it and accept it. He says, just like a child, he doesn't fight his parent when he tells him, come, we're going. Let's go. We're going here. We don't ask him why. We don't ask him how. We don't ask him when. We just go. We know it's good for us. The person goes on his flight. He trusts the pilot. Did you ever meet the pilot? Did you ever show me your license? Did you ever think, whoa, how many flights did you do? No, we just trust him like that kacha. We give him our life in their hands. We don't think we sleep good on the plane. That's the type of emunah a person is supposed to have in faith in Hashem. With his sertza is calm. He's not thinking twice about what Hashem is doing. He trusts him with all his life. The person goes to the doctor. He says, we're going to put you under. We're going to do this to you. We're going to cut this out. We're going to remove this. We're going to move this. We're going to put this back. We're going to install this into you. You said, do it. How can you do it? Maybe he's going to mess up. Maybe you should be thinking the whole time, what if? What's going to be? I don't know. What's going to be? How come nobody does that? So the person has to, you trust your doctor. You trust your Uber driver. You trust your pilot. You have to trust the Kadosh Baruch Hu the same way. You have to, what does it mean does trust? Don't just do it. You have to feel it. Don't be tossing and turning. You have to realize that Kadosh Baruch Hu knows what's better for you than you know. Sometimes you think you know, and really what you want is not good for you. And Hashem saves you, and Hashem doesn't give it to you. Why? Because the Kadosh Baruch Hu, you have to realize, knows what's best for us, and therefore that's why we have to follow. Like King David says, that Kadosh Baruch Hu, I am telling myself, I am nullifying myself to you, because I know you know better than me. If a person has an investments, right? He wants to invest in the stock market. What does he go to? He goes to a Yehuda Ari. He goes to people who are knowledgeable, people who know what to invest in. And he puts the money blindly. He says, they said to do it, I'm doing it. That's how a person has to do the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem said, I give it to Hashem. Hashem, it's up to you. Whatever happens, happens. I know that's for the best. And doing this way, a person will be able to do mitzvot and go through his day calm. Today, people need pills today, right? They need pills to have no anxiety issues, to be calm, to be happy. They say if you have anxiety, you should take serotonin, right? Serotonin makes you calm. Or if you're depressed, you should take dopamine, right? It makes you happy. But you have to realize the Torah gives us this naturally. When you give to other people, this gives you real dopamine naturally. So the Torah says, be a giver. But when you take instead of taking serotonin, what should you do? You should realize it's not in your control. The Torah says when you have bitachon, that's your natural source of serotonin. You'll be happy. You'll be realizing it's not up to you. Therefore, what is the point of thinking 1,001 thoughts? It's going to be anyways what Hashem wants. So, B'ezrat Hashem, we shall have bitachon not just in our bodies, but in our hearts as well.